ChatGPT. Relate ACIM to the movie Another Self. Another Self through the lens of A Course in Miracles. Another Self explores identity, memory, perception, hidden beliefs, and the mysterious experience of encountering what appears to be another version of oneself. Through the lens of A Course in Miracles, it becomes a fascinating meditation on the split mind and the journey toward wholeness. At its heart, the movie asks, who am I really? This is perhaps the central question of ACIM. The split mind. One of the most ACIM-like themes in the film is the experience of duality. The characters confront aspects of themselves that seem separate, hidden, or projected outward. ACIM teaches that the ego arose from the belief that the mind could separate from its source. This belief produced a sense of fragmentation. The mind appears divided. One part remembers love, another part believes in fear. The movie symbolically portrays this inner division. Projection. Throughout the story, the distinction between inner and outer reality becomes increasingly uncertain. What appears to be another self can be understood as a projection of something within. ACIM teaches, projection makes perception. The mind sees outside itself what it has not recognized within itself. The movie repeatedly invites viewers to question whether the conflict is external or internal. The search for identity. The characters struggle to understand who they are. Past experiences, memories, relationships, personal histories, all become part of the search. The ego builds identity from these elements. ACIM teaches that our true identity is not found in history, not in personality, not in memory, not in the body. The movie continually points toward the instability of identities built upon changing circumstances. Hidden beliefs. A major theme is the uncovering of what has been buried. Old wounds, old fears, forgotten memories, unconscious patterns. ACIM teaches that healing requires bringing hidden beliefs into awareness, not to judge them, not to condemn them, but to release them. The movie illustrates how what remains hidden continues to influence perception until it is recognized. Fear of looking within. The ego fears self-examination. It prefers distraction, blame, external explanations. The journey in Another Self requires looking inward. ACIM describes a similar process. The Holy Spirit gently leads the mind to examine what it believes so that false beliefs can be undone. The movie portrays both the discomfort and the freedom that accompany this process. Forgiveness as integration. The healing movement in the story is not about defeating an enemy. It is about integration, acceptance, understanding. This closely mirrors ACIM's understanding of forgiveness. Forgiveness does not attack what seems wrong. Forgiveness recognizes that separation itself was the mistake. Healing occurs when what appeared divided is brought back into wholeness. The illusion of separation. The title itself is deeply symbolic. Another self. ACIM teaches that there is ultimately no other. The perception of separate selves is part of the dream of separation. What appears outside the mind often reflects what remains unrecognized within it. The movie repeatedly challenges the assumption that identity is singular, fixed, and fully understood. Awakening. As the story unfolds, the characters move toward greater awareness. Confusion gradually gives way to understanding. Fear gradually gives way to recognition. This mirrors the awakening process described in ACIM. The goal is not becoming something new. The goal is remembering what has always been true. The central reflection. The ego watches another self and asks, which self is the real one? The Holy Spirit watches another self and asks, what if the self God created has never been divided? Viewed through ACIM, the movie becomes a powerful metaphor for the healing of the split mind. The apparent other self symbolizes the fragments of identity the ego has separated and projected. The deepest message may be the ego sees division, conflict, and separate selves. The Holy Spirit sees one mind seeking wholeness. Healing occurs when we stop fighting the parts of ourselves we fear and allow them to be brought into the light. What seems divided can be remembered as whole, because in truth it never left its source. Go to mwgee.org to find full movie and commentary by David Hoffmeister.